The park was an elaborate wonderland of rides, games, and attractions, populated by characters that seemed to leap straight from children's television. The park was an elaborate wonderland of rides, games, and attractions, populated by characters that seemed to leap straight from children's television. It featured beloved mascots known for their friendliness: Sammy the silly seal, Benny the brave bear, and Luna the lively lioness. However, the thrill quickly soured when reports of missing characters surfaced just weeks after the grand opening. Mia, a 17-year-old with a penchant for the mysterious, was the first to notice something wrong. During a visit with her best friends, Rachel and Jacob, they waited to take a photo with Benny. "Where is he?" she asked, scanning the once crowded stage area. "He was supposed to be here." Quote, "Maybe he's on a break," Rachel suggested, but concern seeped into her voice. "Or he's missing," Jacob added, his brow furrowed. "I heard from my brother that a few of the characters went missing last week." Quote, "Days turned into eerie weeks without any sign of the beloved mascots, and the park's atmosphere began to darken. The vibrant colors seemed less bright, the laughter of children a little more strained. When reports of children claiming they had seen shadowy figures creeping around the park at night surfaced, Mia's unease grew. Determined to uncover the truth, Mia proposed a late-night investigation with her friends. "We'll sneak in and figure out what's happening. It'll be fun." "Fun?" Rachel raised an eyebrow, glancing at the spookily illuminated castle at the park's center. "It sounds terrifying." Quote, "Come on, what's the worst that could happen?" Mia teased, her excitement contagious. After some persuasion, they agreed. As moonlight draped across the park, they hopped over a creaky fence, their hearts racing with an intoxicating mix of thrill and fear. They navigated through the deserted pathways, the silence now a heavy blanket that made each rustle of leaves sound like an eerie whisper. The cheerful music typical of amusement parks now felt tainted, fading in and out like a broken record. "Let's check out the main stage," Mia suggested, her adventurous spirit leading the way. They approached the platform, dimly lit, where Benny was once the star performer. The stage was now empty, save for a small trail of glittering confetti that shimmered like cut glass under the moonlight. Suddenly, a sharp sound broke the stillness. A metallic clang echoed through the air. The trio exchanged glances, and with a nod from Mia, they crept toward an adjacent building, the characters' dressing rooms. As they neared, the door creaked open ominously. Jacob pushed it cautiously, revealing a dimly lit room filled with disheveled costumes and prop limbs scattered chaotically. The atmosphere turned oppressive, and a heavy shiver crawled down Mia's spine. "Okay, this is creepy," Rachel murmured, stepping closer to look at the mess. Just then, an ancient music box in one corner began to play a haunting melody. Startled, the friends turned, eyes wide as the music filled the air with a haunting, sinister ambiance. Before anyone could react further, a flickering light caught their attention, a shadow lurking at the edge of the stage, just beyond the glow of the moon. It was hunched, with oversized limbs and glistening eyes that glared with a predatory hunger. Who's there?" Jacob stammered, backing away slowly. The figure stepped into the moonlight, revealing itself as a twisted version of Benny the bear. His costume was torn, the fabric hanging loosely, and his once happy face was now marred with jagged tears, revealing a darkness underneath. "Children," he croaked in a voice tinged with malice, "you shouldn't have come here." Quote, the world twisted with terror. The door slammed shut behind them, sealing their fate. Mia's heart raced as Benny lunged forward, a sudden flurry of movement fueled by wild energy. The once friendly mascot was now a monster, every childhood warm memory turned cold and visceral. The friends bolted, fighting to keep the ever-growing darkness at bay. Rachel chased after Mia, fear propelling her forward. Jacob lagged behind, eyes wide with horror, but a flicker of determination pushed him to join them. They ran from Benny, but the shadows around them began to morph. Sammy emerged, a grotesque version of the beloved seal, his eyes glowing with malice. Suddenly, Luna joined in, leading a twisted parade of sinister mascots that echoed laughter morphing into screeches. Mia realized they weren't simply missing. They were possessed, animated through resentment and bottled mischief, the constructs of nightmares birthed from the park's darkest secrets. The trio found an exit, but the mascots were relentless, their figures melding into one dark wave pressing upon them. Just when Mia thought they were trapped, she remembered the music box. The music, it must be controlling them. She yanked it from the darkness, hands shaking. Throwing it on the ground, they shattered it. An explosion of notes rang out, followed by chaos as the animatronics recoiled. The mascots, exposed by the light, returned to their inanimate forms, collapsing around them. Breathing raggedly, the friends stumbled over the remnants of their childhood, reclaimed now by the night. They scrambled away, hearts pounding until they were beyond the park's gates, forever haunted by the sight of their beloved mascots turned monster. In the days that followed, the park shut down. The missing subjects were never recovered, their memory lingering like a ghost over Willow Creek. But as the moon rose high on desolate nights, whispers floated through the town about the shadows that played beneath the old rides, shadows alive with unspeakable fury, waiting for their next visitors.